Hi guys, Mike Moo here. Today we're taking a look at a weather station. This is the first that I've ever tried of a professional weather station. And frankly, I'm kind of wondering what I'm going to do with it. Let's get started. Alexa, what's the weather like? As you can see, this is a pretty comprehensive unit. It has a base station with a color display and then a whole outdoor sensor that looks like it has like a rain collector. It runs on solar. It's got a anemometer. It's got the wind sensor and rain sensor, rain gauge, wireless outside temperature and humidity, wind speed and direction. It looks like it also has an alarm function, which could be very useful if you live in an area with a lot of inclement weather. Here in California, it's pretty standard. It's like 70 to 80 some odd degrees, and you know, it's usually generally pretty sunny, especially in a place called Sunnyvale. Okay, so let's see how accurate or how useful this might end up being, or at least what I think that it might end up being. Okay, there's not a whole lot to say about the boxing or the unboxing. There's this really thick manual. It's 52 pages, my goodness, but it looks like it, you know, this is really for people who geek out on the weather, okay? Yeah, there's even a lot of insulation stuff going on. This is in black and white. This part here, strangely enough, is in color. And, oh, it's a quick setup guide. That's a lot better. So you got a one full pager on how to set up the Sainlogic Pro Weather Station. I'm not sure why I agreed to do a video on this, but it seemed like a good idea at the time. Because why not? Weather station. Okay, so you claim the warranty. I get a 1 year free warranty extension. I guess that's cool. Here's this color screen with a screen protector on it, and power up the outdoor sensor before powering up the console. Always use the power adapter, and it also has a spot to put in 3 AAA batteries. Okay, right now here. You know, in thinking about this and how there was that viral video recently of people getting stranded out in a national park, I think it makes sense for people who live out there. Okay, well, it's a pretty hefty device here. It's plastic, but really high quality plastic, definitely made for the outdoors. Look at that. It's got that, it's not a propeller, I'm spinning like a propeller. Here's the wind speed, and here's the wind direction. And this just little pole to mount it, and then how much rainfall has come out. And then there's a little bubble leveling thing up here. Here is the mount and the pole that goes right in here. Look at this, I'm not even looking at the user guide. So the pole goes in there, and then this guy goes in here or in here, depending on how I mount it. So if I mount it up against something, let's say my fence, my wooden fence, I'd do it this way. So it's dual position, or if you flat on top of something, or up against a pole, or up on a separate pole, so it goes down here in the middle. And I do believe this will clench in together like that. All right, so this whole setup here, we got a bunch of screws. We got machine screws, and we got wood screws. And finally, the AC adapter. Pretty standard stuff. Small little AC adapter, so it's not going to consume too much power. And this is at roughly 6 volts and half an amp. So we're looking at about 3 watts of power consumption. Not bad. Okay, so in here I got to put in some AA batteries. There's a little screw down here. Shouldn't be too hard to do. And then I just mount this outside. All right, well, that's I think that's it. That's all that's in the box. Is there... Wait. Something feels a little bit heavy about this thing. Am I missing something here? No, it's just a nicely corrugated box. Everything very well protected. Sainlogic. Okay. This attaches like this. And the holes line up perfectly. Okay, so I got that. And just mount this on the fence somewhere outside with the AA batteries. Yeah, 3 AA batteries. And I power this up inside. User guide says, help you verify the unit is working properly after unboxing. That's what the guide says. So install the batteries for outdoor sensor array, insert 3 AA batteries, and close the battery door, tighten the screw. The sensor LED indicator will light for 3 seconds, and then flash once per 16 seconds. Each time it flashes, the sensor is transmitting data. You know, it would be nice if they gave batteries. But you know what, we're back to the stage where batteries are not included, probably. Plug-in adapter to indoor console. Alright, now, sensor verification. Put the outdoor sensor and array and the indoor console at the same location, good ventilated condition. Difference in the indoor and out should be about 4 degrees. Okay, verify wind speed and direction, verify the rain gauge. Yeah, okay. Fasten an integrated transmitter to mounting pole brackets with, So there's different ways that you can mount this. Obviously, I don't have a pole included in the box, so I can provide that, or yeah, basically, I think I'll just mount this, I don't know where I'm going to mount it. I'll mount it on a fence. You install the sensor array at least 4 times the distance of the height of the tallest obstruction. 4 times the distance of the height. Ooh, that's going to be challenging. Yeah. I'm up here. I'm over here in the, I think the only way to deal with this is to mount it on the roof. So I'm not going to do that. So yeah, I really don't know what I was thinking. What kind of results I'm going to get from this, seeing that we we don't have much in terms of crazy weather out here. And really my day starts out with just asking my favorite Echo device, Amazon Echo device, whichever I have around the house, what the weather is going to be like, so I can get a general idea how sweaty I'm going to be. Alright, so I'm just going to put in 3 rechargeable end loops in here to test this. So let's face it, that is the least I can do. Okay, so there's some screws in here. Very easy to install as long as you have a screwdriver. Don't have a screwdriver? Go get one. Okay, so this is on now. I mean, I got the batteries in there. Okay, close battery, tighten the screw. The sensor LED indicator will flash for 3 seconds. Oh, here it is. Down here. Is this? Oh, there's a reset. Okay. So this little reset button, this reset button down here. There's a reset button down here. This thing lights up, which I do believe it did. I got my semi-studio lights over there on. Get the little power adapter here. Let's run some power to the main console unit. That's what I'll do. Okay, still with me? Still with me? Are you still with me? Yeah. Okay. The moment of truth. Oh, you need AAA batteries in here too. You know what? I'm going to skip the AAA batteries because I got the AC adapter. The AAA batteries is if you're going to mount this to the wall. So there's two different mounts right over here. And you can just take this and mount it. So I am not going to do that. I am just going to figure out where the DC jack is, which is DC jack is hidden down below. Right down here. All right, plugged in. I have a sound. Ooh, look at that. All right. So it's on. You can see even with the lights on, you can see it. It's backlit. What we got here? Absolutely everything that is... Oh. Okay. You know what? This thing needs connection. So it is flashing. They say to do the test, you know, do the little spin test. So here's the wind. I'm going to spin this for the wind to see if the wind gets up there. Yep. Gust of 7 miles per hour. That spin there was 7 to 8 miles per hour. Average 1.6. And direction is heading east. But let me try spinning. Let me try spinning this indicator here. Spin this indicator here to a different direction. Yeah. Okay. So it's got all that. Looks like we are getting the signal in. The date's off. Looks like I gotta set all that stuff up manually. Yeah. Always use power adapter with a console. Right. Okay, so maybe the batteries down here below are actually for backup. And this here is a solar sensor, so that keeps everything charged up inside. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty cool. It's got the moon phases on here. It's got what looks like a temperature. Can you see that? It's a little bit hard to see with my studio light brightness. It's temperature, I think that's humidity. And we got the inside, it's 81 degrees, it's a little bit warm. 50% chance of rain. Is that what that is? Clears in 24 hours. I don't know what that means. No, we had no rain. But the rain is 0.04 inches. I guess I got to pour some water in there to test that. Atmospheric pressure, and then we got the outdoor weather conditions. So, oh, you know what? This is designed to look at from the top down. So it looks better this way, which makes sense because this is something you put on the tabletop. Where you put it below your eyesight, and that's where the visibility lies. Okay. All right. Makes sense. Now, you want to geek out into this? It's a 52-page book. Best practices, display console information. Okay, let's take a look at that. Section 7. Alright, well, setting it up. This part isn't quite so fun. Hold down the set key for a couple of seconds. Set the date and time. It's just not too hard to do. You know what? I'm going to skip all this, get it all set up, and we'll show you the results. Okay, I take back what I said. I just put the unit outside, and I can already see how this could be pretty useful, even in a place where I could just ask my favorite Echo device about what's going on. This basically gives me a hyper local update, real world. What's going on inside? What's going on versus inside versus outside? You know, I can see that there's a nice breeze outside right now at 0.7 miles per hour. The gust is not bad. And then I get an average to see how windy it is. And, you know, this could be helpful if you have allergies and you got a pollen season. All that wind blowing could be extremely annoying. You can see the wind direction, which is pretty nice. I mean, we generally get the wind coming in from the north. And, you know, we open up the windows on the north side and have it blow through the house. And that's pretty helpful already to know. North, northwest. And that's all verified on here on the screen. Now, it's not raining, obviously, here in Sunnyvale in California. And it's probably not going to be raining for a while. So that's probably not as useful. But, you know, when the conditions change, I could see at a glance what's going on, too. There's definitely been times where I've checked with Echo or checked with the app and tells me, look, it looks like it's going to be all clear. There's no rain expected. Alexa, is there going to be any rain this week?
No, it doesn't look like it'll rain in Sunnyvale the next 7 days.
And then I come back.
There's a coastal flood advisory for that area Wednesday, July 13th, 9 p.m. to Thursday, July 14th.
Enough with the coastal advisories. I'm not by the coast. Okay, so...
To answer your question, for Sunnyvale, California, a coastal flood advisory is in effect until Thursday, July 14th, 1 a.m.
Alexa, stop. Okay. But I get, you know, the hyper-local real-world results about what's going on, about whether or not, you know, if I have this woodworking project I have outside just in the backyard, I need to put that away. You know, I can kind of see what the conditions are. Nice little infographic here, so you can see roughly what's going on. I don't know how up-to-date that is in terms of, you know, when conditions change. I guess we'll find out later. But, you know, I guess even the temperature sensor alone is pretty useful. Because when you think about how we have, you know, I have an AC running, and whether or not I should open the windows and draw in cool air or not. This tells me what's going on. Like, what is the temperature delta here? So you can see clearly it's much warmer where I'm sitting compared to where it is right now outside. So, yeah, I can see how this could be pretty useful. I think it'll be even more useful if, you know, I actually had a garden and I needed to see how much rain, you know, my plants outside has gotten. You know, these things, they actually do matter. I don't know why I didn't think about that earlier. I was just thinking, why would you need this? I guess it really depends on you and whether or not you were an indoor person or outdoor person. So I definitely know some people who are completely only indoors. They really don't care. If they have to go outside, it doesn't really matter. But they're also the same people who forget to bring a jacket, you know, when it's cold outside. So in order for this to be accurate, you definitely want to have it all calibrated. So there's different override settings here to calibrate it. And obviously, I think at this price range, it's just not something that you're going to be able to get hand calibrated. Plus, yeah, most likely it's not. So this section here is actually the weather forecasting section right here. So it's just predicted to be sunny. Guess that's the idea. Sunny, partly cloudy, cloudy, or rainy. And we got the moon phases going on out there, and that's completely accurate because, you know, we are all based on a lunar calendar. It's got a UV sensor. So, you know, this is, I don't want to say this is quite analog, but it's definitely more analog than, you know, having your phone report all this stuff to you. So let's see how accurate this is in terms of the hyper-localness of the weather. You know, when you do the weather reports, obviously it gets the information from just some sort of sensor that's out there. That's not necessarily really close to you, but I suppose close enough. So you can see the sensor right now shows it is 77.5 degrees outside. And that is because the unit is in the sun. But Sunnyvale, for the most part, reports at 72 degrees. So, you know, outside it would feel like 77.5 degrees. Inside, 84 degrees, I believe that. It's got a max min viewing mode, so you can see what the maximum and minimum values were. You know, one other thing that they really should add to this, which would be really cool, maybe it's in the next step up for the Pro device, is an ability to save this information on a USB stick. Then you can download that information and keep that over time. But that's probably going to cost a lot more, and you know, for those capabilities, you'll probably want to send it out to the cloud somewhere. We have a whole bunch of other things that need to happen. Okay, pretty cool. Particularly if you live in an area where you don't get hyperlocal weather reporting. But even here, just between here and outside, you know, that's useful information. So I should be drawing in cool air right now to cool the house down. Okay, that's it for this quick little overview video unboxing and testing of the Sainlogic WS0835 professional weather station. Please go to like, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you in the next video.